I'm David Skander.
I'm Justus Berkey.
And today we're here to find out is Over the Top the greatest movie ever made.
When I get to the table, that person, I don't care who they are, they're my mortal enemy. I hate them.
Well, I just fucked a guy today. It seems that I am super gay.
So you're doing, just to be clear, you're doing a
You have to interrupt me right now.
parody of the song. What is that? Is that Lips of an Angel?
No, you fucking idiot.
What's that song? Well, I just heard. Oh, it's fucking Creed.
It's With Arms Wide Open,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing
yeah,
a
yeah.
new covers album, except
Yeah.
they're all gay. Excuse me, let me get back to my recording here. I jerk my cock all day, then ropes of cum drip down his face.
Wow.
My ass is open.
I like how we lost the Watto impression on episode 143. So we had to open with one this week just to make sure that our listeners didn't go too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucked up the pod the last episode. Take a long time to fix it, I think.
I did fuck up the pod in the last episode. It is true.
The one time that you talk about the George Lucas movie, you just fuck it up.
It is funny.
He's really mad about it, by
well,
the way.
Yeah, he can still listen to it. He'll just have to hear all the clicking and popping that was going on that episode. Because I think we've narrowed down the reason for the technical issue, and I believe it is because I spilled beer on my laptop. Not during the record. I would have noticed. That would have been a notable thing. I would have been like, well, I think but I spilled beer on the laptop like a week before the record. And I think that may have.
So you exploded the podcast before the race even started, sort of like Ben Quadraneros.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Man, it sucks. That guy, all that training for nothing, all that prep. He probably had that pod. He probably took that pod through the fucking the car wash, the pod wash.
I'm trying to imagine how much time it took to do the experimenting with the 4-pod engine setup.
Yeah.
He probably should have done a little more,
He just had that seat reupholstered. He was like, it's going to be looking so good for the fucking Boon to Eve Classic, and then it just fucking all goes up in a ball of flames.
Not as bad as Rats Tyrell, though. His whole family watched him smash into that fucking stalactite.
Is that the guy who goes,
Yes, you're right.
I really like that guy.
Okay. I'm going to get out of here. Don't try to fuck up this one, you asshole.
I didn't try to fuck up the last one. I fucked it up regardless. I didn't even have to try.
Just a walking mistake. That's what you are. Just a sack of bantapudu.
Fuck you, Watto. Get out of here. Get out of my fucking house. Blue ass bitch. I don't think I like that guy very much, David.
Well, yeah, Watto.
Yeah.
I just saw him.
That guy sucks shit.
What was he doing?
He was just kind of bullying me for fucking up the podcast. Like, I beat myself up enough about that. Listeners know it's my fault that there was no episode last week. I did not listen to the audio before starting the recording. And it's fucked up because I spilled beer on my laptop, probably.
You screwed up the audio on an episode about a good movie.
Yeah, that's right.
And because of that, we're here talking about
Over the Top.
A movie.
This is a movie.
Let me tell you something. There are many movies.
Yeah.
There is only one Over the Top.
Yes, I think this is one of those movies where it's like good and bad kind of stop meaning things.
Uh-huh.
It's just it is what it is. There's definitely good things about this movie and bad things about this movie. But like once we get to the fucking arm wrestling world championship in Vegas at the end of this movie, it all just stops mattering. It's like, I don't think any, I think
it stopped. I think it stopped
attempt,
mattering long before that.
Any attempt of accounting this movie's, merits versus its many sins is like completely moot once you meet I almost said Joe Grizzly, but it's John Grizzly.
Right.
Joe Grizzly is from Rob Zombie's Halloween. Once you meet John Grizzly and he's eating that cigar and drinking motor oil, it's like, I don't think anything that happened in this movie before now matters at all anymore.
Yeah. Welcome to the greatest movie ever made, the show where we watch a movie and tell you if it's the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah.
A movie that is so thoroughly entertaining and compelling that while you're watching it, it's the only thing that matters in the world.
It's me. I'm just an all-American guy, I'm a working man. He is such a fun one to do. Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
It's because even a bad Sly Stallone, immediately everybody knows who you're doing.
And you don't even have to say words. You just sort of mumble.
Like, yeah.
It's almost like Arnold, but where you just go, but
the thing is, a bad Sly is closer to how he actually sounds,
right,
than a bad Arnold.
A bad Arnold just sounds like everyone's bad Arnold.
Yes, but a bad Sly, it's like, no, a bad Sly is still pretty good because he sounds crazy.
I could tell the difference between a bad Arnold and a good Arnold.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can tell the difference between a bad Sly and a good Sly.
Yes.
Because the range is much narrower.
Right. Much like Over the Top, good and bad just stop
right.
holding any meaning when you're doing Sylvester Stallone impressions.
Did I say our names? I'm David Scandara, joined as always by my co-host, Justus Burkett.
Yeah.
Arm wrestling. Have you done much of that in your life?
I've been known to engage in the occasional bout of, usually my relationship with arm wrestling is, I imagine, the same as many straight cisgender men, which is after a few drinks at a bar, maybe a few too many drinks at a bar, occasionally you'll just arm wrestle somebody, usually somebody that that you came to the bar with. I'm not out here arm wrestling strangers, but like every once in a while it's like, you're out with a few friends, you've knocked back a few, and it's like, hey, I wonder if you could beat me in arm wrestling. And then you fucking do a bar top arm wrestling. This has happened. I will say, one of the things that this movie really espouses about arm wrestling, which I think is a true thing that I've experienced through my limited experience in the sport, is that skill matters more than raw strength in arm wrestling. I have known this to be the case because I am physically stronger. I'm able to, bench press more and curl more weight than my lovely wife, High Priestess Pod. However, she has beat me in arm wrestling more than one time. Because a thing that had several of those bouts of like, we're out at a bar, it's time to arm wrestle, have been with my wife. And she's beat me a couple times. So like, that's mostly my experience with arm wrestling is like getting drunk with my wife in public and then do. That hasn't happened in a few years. I'm making it sound like it happens all the time, but really, it's a pretty rare occurrence. I don't think I've ever arm wrestled you.
No.
That's going to happen at some point.
I was kind of thinking we should probably do it and film it for this episode.
Yeah.
But I haven't arm wrestled since I was a kid, probably.
Yeah.
Like it was a thing you did when you were a kid, for me at least.
Yeah, I remember doing it as a kid for sure. It is sort of a kid's game of, like, it's kind of like baby's first test of masculinity.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're on the fucking playground with your like 9-year-old friends, and you're of course a grown man who's friends with a bunch of 9-year-olds. Sorry, the way I said that made it sound. No, but like when you and your homies are in like 5th grade or whatever, like that's when arm wrestling is really at its peak.
Excuse me,
because you're all much like Bloodsport. And what are some other episodes where all the burps just stay in? Like, this is one of those.
I think most of them now. I just don't care as much.
That's true.
Been drinking carbonated beverages.
Yeah, man.
Haven't arm wrestled much since I was a kid. I think you're right. I think it's sort of like the first test of metal between men.
Yeah, it's like boys being like, who's the strongest?
Yeah.
We've all
It's up there with like who can run the fastest.
right. We're all learning masculinity, and we all understand that being strong is something we should aspire to. So we're gonna make a game out of it.
So like I haven't really developed a technique or know like rules.
Yeah.
When he switches his grip at
The
the
thumb
end of the
thing.
movie,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, can you do that? I mean,
I'm gonna assume, probably wrongly, that Canon Films did more research about arm wrestling than we did before making this movie, but who knows? Like, maybe they didn't. I mean, they also did make Bloodsport, and everything in that movie is made up.
yeah.
So, like, who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, it does seem like the thing that he does where he like, because he does it multiple times in the movie, where he'll like wedge his competitor's thumb between his middle and ring finger to get like some kind of leverage advantage on their wrist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but he does it a lot.
And
It seems to be his winning strategy.
right, especially I mean at the end of the movie where the climax has to be an arm wrestling match, and those normally go pretty quickly.
It is
so we have to spend multiple
God.
minutes on this one arm wrestling match, and there's no way that these guys can maintain that sort of strength and stamina for that length of time.
It is so funny. It is so funny to take a genre as tried and true as the 80s competitive sports action film. Very well established by this point. We have had lots of movies in the 80s about guys in combat sporting tournaments, right?
This stars one of the progenitors of that.
Yes.
You know?
And so it is so crazy to, in 1987, make another one of these that everybody is familiar with, and then make the competitive sport fucking a sport that you play sitting down.
So I have several theories about this movie.
Yeah.
My-
Sorry, before you get into your theories about this movie seems like, you know how like on TV sometimes you can tell that an actress was pregnant because of like how they're shooting her.
Yeah.
That the character's not supposed to be pregnant.
Right.
So it's like, wow.
She's got like a big handbag in front of her
Right.
stomach.
It's like, wow, we're seeing Jennifer Aniston from the shoulders up a lot in this season of Friends or whatever. You know, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
This movie has the energy of Sylvester Stallone was pregnant while making this movie because he has to be sitting down for almost everything he does in this movie.
Yeah.
He is either driving a truck or arm wrestling, both notably seated activities. And I'm like, I know that it can't be that on account of he doesn't have ovaries, but it really screams like we didn't want to see his belly, which is crazy because you see him shirtless in this movie and he looks great. I don't know what he was running from. Anyway, what are your theories?
So my most prevailing theory, this is my very first Letterboxd review, and I still believe it to this day.
Yeah.
That an infinite number of monkeys typing on an infinite number of typewriters will eventually write Hamlet.
Yeah.
But they will not write the script for Over the Top.
No,
you can't do it.
This is a purely human creation.
But I think this movie was written by the same space alien that came to Earth in the 2010s and wrote The Judge.
Oh, yeah.
Originally came in the 80s and wrote Over the Top.
Yeah, I could see that. You know, I feel like if an infinite number of monkeys typing on infinite typewriters might not write Over the Top, but if you give those monkeys some cocaine, things might change.
Right.
This is a cocaine script if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Some of this dialogue, man. Woof. Rare that a child movie in a performance. Whoa! A child performance in a movie. Am I on cocaine? If I was, I would be probably better at talking. A child performance in a movie is worse on the page than it is on the screen, which I think is true of of this kid in this movie. This kid, like, I'm not going to say the kid is good, but what I was noticing is I was like, I think this actor, this bad child actor, is elevating even worse dialogue to be better than it would otherwise be.
I feel like we've kind of maybe been putting off making this a segment. But
Yeah.
I think we're just going to officially make it a segment now. And the segment is called I Hate This Kid.
We'll figure out what that fucking sound sting is later.
I was like, okay, is it this kid sucks or fuck this kid? And
I hate this
those
kid.
in isolation, those don't work.
Yeah, no, you don't want it. You don't want a bunch of clips of you saying "fuck this kid," excitedly yelling "fuck this kid."
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
So David Mendenhall as Mike, the kid in this movie.
Mike. He's
Mike Cutler, but technically
Yes.
his name is Mike Hawk.
Yeah, but it is. I didn't even
think about- if
I
you
didn't
think about
even
it-
that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the fact that his name is Mike Cock. It is funny that at least on the Letterboxd credits, I think it's also in the credits of the movie, he is credited as Michael Cutler / Michael Hawk. Like, they give him both last names in the credits, which is very funny.
Yeah, like it's an alter ego.
Yeah. And it's like, no, that's just his fucking deadbeat dad's last name. That he chooses to live with at the end of this movie because he chooses to be a deadbeat just like his old name.
So,
Yeah.
so this actor, he's still acting to this day.
Yeah.
In fact, I've seen him in one of the movies that I've watched the most in my life, which is Bobcat Goldthwait's. I always got to remember what the TH is in that last name.
Goldthwait.
Goldthwait. It kind of creeps up on you.
Yeah.
God Bless America. I've seen that movie dozens of times.
That's crazy.
And he's in it.
Yeah.
He has a very small part in it, but like he's good.
Why have you seen God Bless America some of the most times of any movie you've ever seen in your life?
It was a tradition that I started with my college roommate.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we had a really terrible finals week, and we had watched that movie together recently. Like, I introduced my friends to it, and then we threw it on, and then it just kind of became like every finals week we watched this movie together.
Yeah.
And we still watch it. Like, I think we've maybe watched it less over the last few years, because watching that movie twice in 1 year when we've seen it so many times is a little bit much.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still watch it.
Damn.
I've thought about doing it on the show, but I also have every single thematic interpretation of that movie.
You've already talked.
I've already gone through it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing more that movie can give me.
Yeah, which
We're
is
not
funny
here
because I have never seen it even once.
We're not here to talk about that movie.
No.
We're here to talk about this fucking kid.
Yeah.
So here's my take.
Yeah.
This is the single worst child performance I have ever seen in a movie.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
On several levels.
Yeah.
One, the writing is atrocious.
That's really the thing for me.
The foundation is fucked to begin with.
This character, not even talking about what's his name? Something Mendenhall.
David Mendenhall.
David Mendenhall. Not even talking about him. The child character of Mike is one of the worst written characters that I have ever encountered. Every line of dialogue he has feels like it was engineered in a lab to piss me off.
Yeah. So if we're starting with giving this not very good kid actor shit from a butt. He has a terrible arc.
You could give this to that kid from The Fall, and I would be like, "Fuck this kid."
Yeah,
like it doesn't. And and the kid from The Fall, see our The Fall episode, he fucking rules.
Yeah. This kid. So anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm getting distracted.
Yeah. I'm distracting you.
The writing sucks.
Yeah.
The character, his arc is less of a, defined arc and more like he just fucking ping pongs back and forth this whole movie.
Yeah.
Emotionally and in terms of his motivations. And then the performance is not good. He is not a good actor.
No.
And while there are other movies where a bad kid will come on, say a few shitty lines, and then walk off screen,
Yeah.
this performance is the emotional heart of the movie, the
Yeah.
emotional core. He has to have chemistry with Sylvester Stallone. You have to be invested in their relationship. And there is so much of this performance, and it is so obnoxiously bad.
It's really bad.
Within the first 5 minutes, I was like, I want to fucking kick this kid in the chest.
Sort of my take about this performance is I think that this is I maybe disagree with you here, but not in a way that makes our opinions drastically different. I think the writing is so bad. I think that the performance is a medium bad kid actor. I think this is not the worst child actor I have seen, probably not even the worst child actor we've covered in a movie on this podcast. But I think that he is given the worst character.
Yeah.
Right? And as I was watching this movie, I was like, you know what this is making me think? This is making me appreciate Edward Furlong in Terminator 2.
Thank you for saying that.
Because I notably am on record as hating that fucking performance.
Can we just get that one more time?
Yes, this movie, Over the Top, Mike and Over the Top, makes me appreciate Edward Furlong in Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Thanks for coming over to the correct opinion.
I'm not saying I like Edward Furlong in Terminator 2. I am saying this performance does make that one look a lot more. It makes me look on that one more generously.
Yes.
Because I'm like, that is a similarly
Yeah.
obnoxiously written character acted mediumly. However, I think it is far and away
who has to share chemistry with like a
Yes.
a pretty emotionally vacant
Yes.
80s action star.
Yes.
At the
at the height of his powers and popularity.
Right.
Yeah.
Sly and Arnold, they're not fucking, Marlon Brando. or
No,
anything.
yeah. But also like I think this also just comes down to direction too, because it's like one of those movies was made by Jim fucking Cameron, and the other one was made by half of Golan and Globus of Canon Films.
Yes, this is our first Menahem Golan directed
Yes.
Canon Films.
And so I'm like, I think that maybe if Menahem Golan had made Terminator 2, Edward Furlong would be just as bad as this kid.
Yeah. Well, and the Terminator would be played by Michael Dudikoff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it would have been 10 times more violent and an hour shorter.
right.
The Terminator would have been like shooting people and they would have been exploding into just tiny little pieces.
It would be called Terminator 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. And instead of Robert Patrick as the fucking T-1000, we would have had just some.
It would have been Jean-Claude Van Damme probably.
Oh, dude. Now I'm sort of interested
Right?
in this parallel universe. We have to get off this because I don't want to think about it anymore.
Yeah.
This kid sucks.
This kid's awful.
This kid sucks. I think that this is one of the worst child characters I've ever encountered. I think the performance, I think he is trying and failing, and I think he's a young actor who is not being directed well, and so I don't really think it's his fault, but it is really annoying.
I think it is a combination of things that it's somehow I guess lesser than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I think he's probably medium bad.
Yeah.
But somehow putting all of those things together results in the worst kid, the worst movie kid I've ever seen in a movie.
It is toxic
But I
waste.
do think
Yeah.
it is not a bug of this movie. It is a feature.
Right. That Sylvester Stallone is saddled with the most fucking infuriating kid of all time.
Part of the charm of this movie
is
is
that you have to
this
root for
fucking shit ass kid coming on screen every 5 minutes, saying some fucking dookie garbage out of his mouth,
Yeah.
or running into traffic to try to kill himself, or crying.
Yeah. His crying is not very good.
No.
It is like anytime he has to be emotional in this movie, I was like, these are the worst moments of this performance, because it is very clearly just a kid who has been told, and now you cry. So just like cry, just like do that, right? Instead of receiving any more nuanced direction,
Yeah.
you know, it just feels like Menahem Golan is like, this is the part where you cry. Cry very loud. Mics are cheap. Cry very loud.
You are emotional about your truck driving arm wrestling father.
We will have you cry again in studio for ADR.
Yeah, I mean, it also feels like
Yeah.
one of those performances where like the parents are right next to the camera,
Yeah.
being like coaching them through each line.
Yeah.
I will go. So the Edward Furlong thing I thought of because
Yeah.
I think
This is like a one-to-one
Yeah.
in a lot of ways to that character, except it's sort of the opposite, because Edward Furlong in Terminator 2 is kind of a kid who is like rebelling and acting out. He's a little bit of like a burgeoning punk. And this movie, this kid, Mike, is a fucking young Republican.
this
Which
this kid is gonna grow up to go to Jan 6.
dude, this
he's,
kid is
he's gonna
this
go
is
to a Kirk,
this is a fucking Turning Point USA ass.
Yeah.
Fucking. This is what's the
Ben
fucking
Shapiro.
yeah. Liberty University ass bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Ed Furlong thing.
Yeah.
What saves that performance for me is his chemistry with Arnold. Like
Yeah.
it's clear that they worked a lot together, off screen to develop the characters, and they had a good relationship. And you can feel that when you watch the movie.
Yeah, even though he's like a bad actor who I don't think is good in the movie, it is like it's clear that work was done.
Yeah.
And in this, it feels like no work was done.
It feels
like we're just leaving this poor young actor out here stranded, and he's like starting puberty, so that's already confusing and hard. And then we gave him the worst lines in the world to say.
And Sylvester Stallone just looks, he just looks like dead behind the eyes through this whole movie, so he doesn't have anyone to play off of.
Yeah.
I'll also go even further, and I'll say I maybe would rather watch Jake Lloyd in The Phantom Menace than I would rather watch this kid.
Ooh, that's hard.
I know we've been talking about this kid for a long time, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to drop that one before we
Yeah.
move
Because
on.
like Edward Furlong is like an obvious better performance. Jake Lloyd in Phantom Menace is hard. I would, I am loath to say this. I would have to revisit The Phantom Menace to be sure.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to do
You'd have
that.
to run that one back. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I hate this kid.
I hate this fucking kid. Speaking of Sylvester Stallone being dead behind the eyes, it is fascinating to see him at this era in his career. Like late 80s and early 90s, Stallone is so interesting to me because he was
Let me pull up his filmography.
he was like king shit right before this. Like Cobra is like a year before this, I think. Like he's got like 4 Rocky movies under his belt. He's got like 3 Rambos under his belt, or at least 2 Rambos under his belt. He is like king shit. Like this is like mid feud with Arnold, who's going to be the king of the action box office shit. And then in the early 90s with like Rocky 5, he starts to fall off a cliff. And now I'm burping on mic. And I think like this moment in his career is sort of him at his like most fragile, not as a performer but just as like a human being.
Well, it is the he has his successes at this point.
Yeah.
He's had Rocky 1 and 2.
Yeah,
he started doing Rambo,
won
like you said.
Oscars,
Yeah,
yeah.
But he has Rhinestone right before this.
Oh boy.
Then Rocky 5, and then we get Stop or My Mom Will Shoot a little bit after this.
Yeah, so this is like,
Cliffhanger.
this is
Judge
right
Dredd.
before he falls off the cliff.
Right. But this is he's on his way out. I think. This is 87. We're just before like 90s Sylvester Stallone, where he doesn't really. I mean, I love Demolition Man. Demolition Man's great, but he has a rough 90s.
But I feel like there is like desperation in this late 80s era of Stallone to like he is like demanding to still be taken seriously in a way that it like stinks. You know, it's like there is a stench of palpable desperation about him in this movie, I think.
And it's weird because that alien who wrote the script for this movie is him.
Right.
He wrote it with Sterling Siliphant, who most famously has a writing credit on Sidney Lumet's In the Heat of the Night. Fucking Grand Canyon difference between these two movies.
That's a case of Sylvester Stallone being like, I'm writing a movie about arm wrestling and I want somebody to do punch up on it. I like In the Heat of the Night.
Yeah.
You want to come take a look at this script? I'll pay you $2 million.
Yeah, there's a couple other people who are the story credits are going to a couple of canon guys.
Yeah.
So they probably Menahem Golan was in his office being like, we do a movie about arm wrestling and trucker.
There was a canon boardroom meeting where everyone was blowing massive rails until someone screamed, arm wrestling action movie!
Yeah, and these guys were taking notes.
Yeah. Arm wrestling trucker!
Frantically taking notes.
Yeah.
We just got Sylvester Stallone from Cobra. Put him in the movie.
Yeah.
Threaten his family.
Arm wrestling guy who drives big truck. Yeah.
Sly. I am heartbroken to say, kind of sucks in this.
He's not. Sylvester Stallone is a bad actor who has occasionally magically worked in movies.
Yeah, Dan Soder has this joke, I think, on a Come Town episode, where he's like, there are a few actors who, like, A Death in the Right Place puts them, makes them legends.
Yeah.
And he said, like, if Sylvester Stallone died after doing Rocky and First Blood, he would be like,
people would be like, that
genius.
Was right. People would be like, that was one of the greatest actors to ever live.
Yeah.
People would remember him like Heath Ledger.
Yeah, or like John Cazale.
Yeah.
I might be saying that name wrong, but you know, like
right. He'd be like James Dean.
This is Sly
happened.
starting to become a joke.
Yes.
And
I don't think he was ever good. I think a broken clock is right twice a day. That's my take on Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Where it's like his tough guy, mealy-mouthed, hard-to-read, vacant shtick works in Rocky, and I haven't seen First Blood, regrettably, but I'm sure it works there.
First Blood's great. Like, there's a monologue at the end where, he spent the whole movie being stoic and killing people. Actually, he doesn't really kill anyone in that movie, but he's been Rambo the whole movie, and then he has a PTSD flashback and he breaks down at the end.
Yeah.
Sly's fucking incredible in that.
Yeah. But I think what you're getting is the beginning of the moment that I think is so fascinating in Sylvester Stallone's career is this late 80s, early 90s thing, because I think it is the movement away from the late 70s, early 80s Sly who is willing to appear vulnerable and take risks. And this is where he is starting to ride the ego train all the way to I can never look weak again. And he is in those fucking what's the name of that fucking franchise?
Expendables.
Expendables. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's also following Arnold's career trajectory at this point.
Yeah.
He's doing comedies. He's trying to be like a family guy, and then
it is crazy that family guy Peter it is no, it's fine.
It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
Hey, this is my son Stewie, my dog Brian.
He's starting to do comedies. He's starting to have a more family-friendly image.
Yeah.
And also trying to retain his action persona into the 90s.
It is crazy that Arnold Schwarzenegger living rent-free in this man's head sort of did make him a worse actor.
Well, that's the psychological torture that the psychological warfare that Arnold Schwarzenegger excels at.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is a psychological terrorist
because he would. This is true.
Yeah.
As far as I know, as soon as Arnold expressed interest in a script, Sly would try to take it.
Yeah.
So Arnold expressed interest in
like bad movies.
Yeah. So like he said, I wanted to do, there's this movie called Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. I'm going to express interest in it to trick Sylvester Stallone into taking it.
God
and
damn,
it worked.
That rocks. Arnold Schwarzenegger rocks, dude.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the greatest human being to ever exist.
Just being like, okay, you want to beat me so bad? Here you go. Yeah, be in this shit movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how Over the Top happened.
No, this feels like a pure like uninterfered with. Like this just feels like a very like real act of Sylvester Stallone hubris, this movie. Being like, I want to be the biggest and toughest guy. I want to like compete against a bunch of like power lifters and strong men and come out on top as the biggest, most macho dude in the only way that that would realistically happen, which is a sport where all of us are sitting down and nobody actually has to like fight anybody else. Where like in a sport where it's clear, where it's not clear, just looking at it, that I am 2 feet shorter than the guy I'm fighting. You know? The trucking thing in this movie is also like, this movie is just like a grab bag,
right,
of Reagan era masculine, like toxic masculinity,
right?
You know,
an alien went back to the 80s, watched a bunch of movies, and then tried to make one.
You know what's one of my favorite things about this movie? Because like, so like this movie, dear listener, if you have not seen it, is about deadbeat dad Sylvester Stallone taking his kid on a road trip because his dying mom wants him to connect with his kid, right? And so like then Sylvester Stallone goes to jail and then he wins an arm wrestling contest, whatever. Like the funniest thing about this movie to me is that multiple times in the movie we give Sylvester Stallone's character, Lincoln Hawk, an opportunity to explain himself. Why did you disappear for the first 12 years of your child's life, Lincoln Hawk? And we get almost so many times get an actual explanation, and the movie ends and you still never know.
No, he's still just like, I made a mistake. And things happen.
And I'm like, this is the most divorced dad movie I have ever seen in the history of films that I have seen, because it's like Sylvester Stallone has to be the good guy, so you are never allowed to know why he wasn't there for his child's first 12 years of life, because no explanation would be satisfactory.
Right.
There is nothing that would be okay. And because the movie knows our target audience is dudes who have abandoned their kids, you can't explain it. You just have to be like, well, you had good reasons. I don't know.
Yeah, he has to be the hero and also allow his child to drive the large motor vehicle.
Oh, man. Dude, if I saw a 12-year-old driving an 18-wheeler, a cab, but I would call the police immediately. I would narc on that kid immediately.
I was going to say I would drag that kid. I would drag that kid out of the cab and curb stomp him. I would beat him to death with hammers. while his father watched.
Yeah.
So he lets the child drive a motor vehicle. He repeatedly takes him to bars.
Yeah.
He has them there. He's interacting with, unsavory trucker types. He's forcing him into arm wrestling matches with random children.
Dude, it is
to
so
humiliate
funny.
him.
It's so funny when Sylvester Stallone like goes up to those punks and is like, "Hey, arm wrestle my son. He could beat any of you guys." And the kid's like, "Dad, I don't want to do this." And he's like, "Shut up. It's fine. You're
Don't
gonna
be a pussy.
Yeah.
And he also drives his truck through
Dude.
his child's grandfather's
Yes.
mansion
This
to
is-
try to kidnap him.
This is what I mean when I say that this is the most divorced dad movie of all time, because it posits that Sylvester Stallone, like, basically breaking and entering into someone's private property.
Commits multiple crimes in
Yes.
this film.
It posits that him driving through a gate and barging into someone's private residence to abduct his son forcibly is the right thing to do. Like, it is such a divorced dad movie thing to be like, no, it's not kidnapping. The kid wants to go. It's what's good for him. It just feels like this movie could be used to justify horrible crimes.
Yeah. If it's not clear at this point, I fucking love this movie.
Yeah, no, it rocks. It's good.
Oh man. You know who we haven't talked about yet?
Who?
Robert Loggia. He's not quite full Robert Loggia in this,
He's
but
getting there, dude.
he's getting there.
Yeah.
He's also fucking evil.
Yeah, I love Robert Loggia. I love
The character and the man
yes.
are fucking evil.
Yeah.
But in this movie, he does try to kidnap his grandson from Man, we're like 20, 25, 30 minutes into this movie.
Yeah.
And this child gets kidnapped and we have a car chase.
Yes, there's a car chase because the kid's grandpa has sent goons to abduct him so that he doesn't continue his road trip with his deadbeat dad, Sylvester Stallone, arm wrestling truck driver. It's wild. And this car chase too, I'm just like, thank God Canon Films made this movie, because I can imagine a version of this movie that is boring and bad to watch, but Canon Films made this, so at least we're smashing an 18-wheeler into like a fucking Lincoln Town Car or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Like we're like doing shit.
Yeah. I like the truck too.
Yeah, the truck's good.
The trucks when the kids like
It's so
this truck
funny.
is ugly and shitty and dirty. I'm like, yeah, it kind of looks like it, and I kind of like that.
It's so funny that like Sylvester Stallone misses his kid's graduation from like Republican military school because he's cleaning his truck. Like he's like fucking spit shining the tires and shit, and then he rolls up and it still looks like ass.
Yeah, if this was like, it looks like the villain truck in a movie like Road Games or Duel.
Yeah.
Where the characters are being chased by a guy in a crazy truck.
Right.
A crazy evil truck for the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, did you know that there is a movie? I don't remember the name of this thing, but we got to watch it at some point, where Russell Crowe is
Unhinged?
yes, where the
Yeah.
Russell Crowe road rage movie.
Yeah.
I saw a clip from it the other day. Like, it was just like, it came up on YouTube Shorts, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, wait, Russell Crowe is in a movie where someone cuts him off in traffic and it drives him homicidally insane.
I haven't seen the movie, but I have not stopped thinking about it since it came out.
We really got to watch it.
Yeah.
We got to do Unhinged sometime.
We should
Maybe
do
not
we
on the-
should do that for the show.
Yeah, we'll do it on the show. Fuck it. You heard it here first, folks.
That'll be our first Crow, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Stay tuned for Unhinged.
We're just gonna forget about Master and Commander. We're gonna watch,
Yeah.
The Road Rage.
No, I want
movie.
to watch Russell Crowe again in a movie where he's presumably mostly sitting down. I love seated era Russell Crowe.
He's also fat too.
Yeah.
We're fat, bearded, seated Russell Crowe.
Hell yeah,
era.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
The truck is good.
The tricep pull down machine that he has in it.
Dude, it is so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny that the training that Sylvester Stallone is doing, for his like big masculine athletic competition happens sitting down while he's driving. Like it's literally, it's like, hey, you remember Rocky? You remember him running up and down those stairs and like punching sides of beef and stuff? How far we have come since then. Now he is like using one hand to steer an 18-wheeler and the other hand is doing tricep pushdowns on a pulley that he's rigged in the cab of this truck. It's so fucking funny.
You don't even notice it at first.
No, yeah.
It takes you a while, and then he like starts doing it, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
and
he's
then
like showing it to the kid, and then the kid starts doing it with the same weight, and I'm
That's
like,
true.
okay, so that was like not that heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also they do stretches in the morning.
Yeah.
That's part of the training
Yeah.
montage.
Yeah, stretches during the training montage just set against the most gorgeous backdrop of the American Mountain West. That's the other thing about this movie. Like, this movie is very poorly written, and both of the leads suck ass. And also, you can't take your eyes off of it because it's like, there's the Grand Canyon, there's
Oh,
Monument
God.
Valley, there's fucking
Gorgeous shot of the Grand Canyon as that fucking rinky-dink ass truck carries Sylvester Stallone and that shitty kid to the arm wrestling tournament at the end of the movie. You're
Yeah.
like, we just got a Grand Canyon shot in this thing.
It's so crazy that it's like every time you're like, wow, I'm watching one of the like worst written movies of all time, then we take a break to just show you like some of the most like beautiful landscape shots you've ever seen of like the Rocky Mountains. Like, it's so wild. This movie's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and we got the mom dies of we got a mom dying of cancer in this movie.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be sad. He shows up too late.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I like him
This
coming...
is kind of why I like made the comparison to The Judge earlier. Is
Yeah.
that this is just like it's trying to do everything
Yeah.
and succeeding at basically none of it.
Yeah. It is also funny because this movie also had me thinking about Blind Fury, a movie that is not dissimilar in tone and structure.
Right. Blind Fury might as well be a canon movie.
Yeah. And it's so funny because the like, hey, sorry kid, your mom is dead scene is somehow much more emotionally affecting in Blind Fury. Which is so crazy. I'm like, it's wild that like that moment somehow rings even more hollow here than it does in that action movie in which Rutger Hauer plays a blind guy who like beats people up with a cane sword or whatever. Yeah.
And the mom wants Lincoln Hawk to take care of the kid.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious when you consider everything about Lincoln Hawk, the character.
Yeah. Well, and like
I want my child rather than living with
right,
my rich father.
Rather than growing up in a mansion going to presumably the best schools money can buy, instead I would like him growing up in the passenger seat of a fucking Peterbilt.
Right. He doesn't even have a cab. He has they go to sleep sitting up in the driver's seat and the passenger seat of this truck.
Yes.
I want him roaming around the country eating gas station diner food and running into bikers.
Yes, and arm wrestling punks
truckers.
to make $150. It is okay. Truly, one of the things that broke my brain about this movie is when you realize that it seems that Sylvester Stallone's main source of income is gambling on himself in arm wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Like, again, the most divorced dad movie of all time, in that gambling in this movie is treated not only as a legitimate business venture, but as the admirable, like, wholesome, blue-collar Americana contrast against the, like, craven big business capitalism of the kid's grandpa. And I'm like, this movie is white on white violence because it's like because it's like it's better to be a racist gambling addict redneck than a rich Reaganite.
He's not a racist.
No, I'm just assuming.
That's you're gonna assume that about rednecks, Justus?
I'm just assuming that about Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, Sylvester Stallone.
Based on the tweets of Frank Stallone.
Well, Frank Stallone sings one of the songs in this movie.
He sure does. So does Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, written by Giorgio Moroder and I think Tom Whitlock is the name of the guy who wrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
But they got Kenny Loggins and
Oh boy, did that.
Sam Hagar and all these
Kenny
other guys to
Loggins-
sing the songs.
Kenny Loggins not phoning it in on this soundtrack.
It's really funny that the song is called "Meet Me Halfway."
Yeah, and Sylvester Stallone's like, "Life will never meet you halfway."
And the theme of the movie is like the world is not going to meet you halfway.
Yeah, you gotta give it all you got because it's not gonna meet you halfway.
I mean, it would be like if he wrote Danger Zone for Top Gun, and the theme of Top Gun was "Don't enter the danger zone."
Danger zone.
Right.
The eye of the tiger is a bad thing for you to have. You do not want to have the eye of the
Right,
tiger.
right. What was I saying? He sells his truck for $7,000,
Which he doesn't need to do.
It's still fine.
He's gonna win $100,000 anyway
And-
if
and
he
then he-
wins. He's only doing it because he's a gambling
And
addict.
then he shows up and he asks what the odds are, and they're like 10 to 1.
20 to 1, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he's like, well, I guess I'll put $7,000 on myself.
Hey, I gotta do it. I live for the rush.
And
That $100,000 of prize money is not gonna last me very long with this gambling addiction I got.
God. and then they
I'll blow through that in a matter of weeks.
should we
Craps tables.
Should we just talk about the arm wrestling match at the end of the movie?
It's like most of the movie.
in
the runtime of the movie, it's not most of the movie, but it is the most. It's the most bang for your buck in this movie.
It becomes blood sport with arm wrestling.
Yes, and somehow I liked watching this more than I liked watching the Kumite in Bloodsport.
Really?
Which is like fascinating to me because it is so much less interesting and there is so much less going on because it's just guys sitting down arm wrestling. But like between John Grizzly fucking guzzling Valvoline and eating a cigar and like the guy who's wearing the sponsored Alka-Seltzer tank top.
There's a guy in a Duracell one too.
Yeah. And like the fucking like all of these guys, I think what it is all of these guys look like guys that I have been at a gym with.
Well, and they're all monsters too.
Yes.
Like it's so funny that they have these like fake interviews that they cut to. In between them.
Love the fake interviews.
In between, like, what's his name? Bull Hurley?
Yes, Bull Hurley.
He's like this giant.
He's bald. He's got a handlebar mustache.
Yeah. He's like a giant red testicle of a man.
Yeah.
And his eyes are bulging, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs. And then it cuts to his interviews, and he's like, "Yeah, there's no such thing as second place.
The only thing I like doing is arm wrestling, breaking guys' arms, and trucking."
Yeah, and he's like, he's sort of calm and cool and collected.
Yeah.
And that happens with all the guys.
Yeah. The fucking talking head interviews are hilarious. My favorite one is the last Sylvester Stallone one, where he's like, "When I turn this hat around,
oh man,
it's like
when they canonically come up with an excuse for him to turn his hat around in the whole because the whole movie you've been like." So when he turns his hat around, he has arm wrestling powers. And the movie's like, you are correct.
Yes.
When he turns his hat around, he has arm wrestling powers.
We make it explicit where he's like, "Yeah, turn this hat around and it's like a switch that flips. I'm not even me anymore. I'm a machine. I'm like that truck."
Yeah, I like when he's like, "I don't really care about winning. I just want money to buy the truck." You just had a truck, dude.
Yeah.
You don't need the new truck.
No, he sold it for money to gamble on himself.
Also, it's great that So it's $100,000 prize money.
Yeah.
There's also the chance to win the truck.
It's so funny
This
that
is-
you win the truck.
It's
Because half of these guys who are competing are ostensibly not even truckers.
right.
They're
The movie
coming from, like-
references that.
Yes.
There's like this is a guy from the Teamsters League or whatever.
Yeah.
And
then
there's also
there's
a
one that's the-
women's competition too.
Yes. Yeah, which I wish we got more of. I would like to see more of the women's competition.
I mean, this movie would be better if it was 90 minutes of this arm wrestling competition.
I would like over the top 2 where we're focusing on a competitor in the female league.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to piss.
Okay.
One of the craziest things about this arm wrestling competition to me is how many people are there.
Yeah.
This movie treats
It's being broadcast on TV.
it treats the World Arm Wrestling Championship like it is the sporting event of the year. Like this is like fucking professional wrestling. Like the crowd is like fucking going absolutely apeshit. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure in real life these bleachers would be half full of guys who looked like us being like, yeah.
Yeah, this would be at like a moderately sized banquet hall at a
Yeah.
convention center.
This would be like a thing that like Trump would like do in Washington D.C. and be like, "Oh, it's the fucking sporting event of the year." Like he would do this like on 4th of July, being like, "Oh, we're going to have the fucking World Arm Wrestling Championship here. It's like the most important sporting event," and like nobody would give a shit. Like and Fox would cover it like, "Oh, wow."
Yeah, all the
Everybody gives a shit about this.
all the performers would cancel at the last minute, and
Yeah.
you'd get the TikTok videos of people being like, "There's no one here."
Yeah. Yeah, and it would be that guy who played the fucking alt halftime show singing about kissing his fish or whatever.
I didn't see that.
I just want to kiss my fish. Yeah.
But this rocks. All of the. Do you have a favorite of the arm wrestlers in this movie?
So for me, it's either. It's probably John Grizzly, just because he's so. I mean, I hate to invoke it, but he's so over the top. You know, like he's doing the most. Like when they cut to his talking head interview, he's like, when I sit down across the table and I look at my competitor, I hate that guy. I want to fucking kill him. Like he's just like so aggro.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's the one that's eating the cigar and drinking the oil. And then later he is drinking Alka-Seltzer because drinking motor oil has given him heartburn. The Alka-Seltzer product placement in this movie is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you are watching over the top, we know you have acid reflux. I also like the Teamsters guy, Russo, I think maybe is his name.
Mm-hmm.
I like when he's like sitting down to arm wrestle Stallone and he's like, I can't lose, I need this. And I'm like, what is going on with this guy? Where he's like, he seems very desperate to win. And I'm like, does this guy like owe money to the mob or something? Like it just seems like he really has to win or it's bad for him, you know? And he's also the other like kind of smaller guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the other guys are like monsters except Stallone and that guy. But yeah.
Yeah, I like Bull Hurley.
Bull Hurley's great.
I like his big red tank top that says Blaster on
Yeah.
it. I
He
also
shows up earlier in the movie too. He's like in the bar and he's like, "Let's settle this right now. I want to arm wrestle you now." And like Stallone's like, "No, wait for the tournament, man."
yeah. There's another guy. I think it's the first guy that Stallone arm wrestles in the movie who's in the bar.
Oh, that guy rules.
And he's got a mullet and like a denim jacket and he
and
comes
he's like,
up,
"Hey, you hawk!"
Yeah.
And he's like,
"I'm the Smasher." And I looked at that guy and I was like, this guy would make a great biker in Stone Cold. And I looked it up.
"He's a biker."
He's a biker in Stone Cold.
Of course he is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's a fucking perfect filmography right there.
Much like Stone Cold, this is a movie that I could be in. I was watching this fucking arm wrestling competition, and I was looking at the referee, and I was like, I could be that guy. You make this movie now, you do a fucking remake of Over the Top, you cast me as the referee, you'll be sitting pretty, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about the fact that we're intercutting the arm wrestling championships with this fucking kid stealing his grandfather's truck, driving on the highway in Los Angeles to the airport, buying a ticket to fly to Las Vegas, and then taking a taxi to the hotel or wherever the arm wrestling championship is happening.
Him and his dad bonded on their road trip, so he wants to go see dad win the arm wrestling.
Truly an insane progression of events to get this kid into Vegas for the end of the movie.
Especially because I'm pretty sure he could just drive, like, from LA to Vegas is what, like 4 hours? Like, he could just drive. Taking a plane can't be that much faster. But yeah, it is wild that he fucking steals a car as a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I like when I hate this kid. I like when he rolls up at the airport in the stolen car and throws the keys to the parking attendant, and the guy's like, hey, or no, it's a cop. There's like, it's not a parking attendant. He's like wearing like a police hat.
Oh,
and
I thought it was a valet.
Or maybe it's a valet.
But I don't remember. Yeah.
But he's like, he like throws the keys at him, and he's like, hey, whose car is this? Like, what the fuck? You're a child. And he's like, keep it. Just gifts this guy a car. And he's like, wait, hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sneaking under those bleachers once he gets to the arena that are just, the floor is like littered with empty beer cups. Yeah.
That room, that arena, where the arm wrestling championships.
Dude, it smells crazy in there.
Horrific stank coming off of that place.
That Las Vegas Convention Center is going to need to be cleaned for 3 weeks. After this event. Yeah,
just scraping light beer and sweat off the floor.
Yes, presumably vomit. And
I would love a version of this movie that's rated R.
Yeah,
where we're like breaking arms and bones are poking out and
where
shit.
We're Mr. Seeing people.
Yeah,
just snapping arms in half. Yeah.
Now that's the best arm wrestling scene in anything.
I really want to see Link Hawk go up against Mr. C in arm wrestling, and for Mr. C to be like, "Does it hurt when I noticed that it hurt when I put your arm like this, but here is much more comfortable. Starting position's much more comfortable. It hurts when I do that, doesn't it?"
And then he wins a truck in the competition.
It just drives away in the truck. We just get like dash cam view out the window of the like yellow lines in the dark.
Yeah, that's slowed down. That slowed down version of that song starts playing.
Over the top 2, Mr. C just enters the tournament.
Yeah. God.
And it just turns into a fucking David Lynch nightmare.
I think we need an Over the Top Legacy sequel. I think it's time.
Yeah. Why not?
Sly and the kid are both alive. Bring them back. Have them pass the torch.
Right. Sly's like, hey, my competition days are behind me. I gotta train the next generation.
Yeah.
Like in Creed. You guys see that movie? I was pretty good in that one.
There was something else I thought. Oh, Robert Loggia tries to bribe him by he bribes him with a truck and like
$500,000.
$500,000 to never see this kid again.
He's like, I will write you a $500,000 check if you will get the fuck out of this kid's life. And he's like, no, man, I gotta win a truck.
I gotta gamble all the money I have left
no,
to the
what's the
world.
fun in taking a check, man? I gotta gamble. You put that $500,000 on a craps table, then we'd be talking.
He should have arm wrestled Robert Loggia at the end.
Yeah, I do like that he pushes the bodyguard through a fucking plate glass window in that scene, though.
Yep,
it's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, where he's just like, like we've had like 3 straight pages of dialogue in this script, and then Sylvester Stallone literally says no more talking because he's like, that's not what this movie's about. This movie's about sweaty arm wrestling. Get out of my way. I have more arm wrestling to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It is. The fucking montage where, I think it's the road montage, where the fucking Sammy Hagar song is happening, and it's like, the lyrics are something like, the winner gets it all, the loser takes the fall. Yeah, I was just like, God damn, dude. This simultaneously sucks and rules.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
Do you anything else? Should we just?
I don't know. I feel like this one's been really short, but I mean, I guess like
What are we at?
we're only at like an hour 4 minutes.
Jeez. It's over the top. You should watch it.
Yeah,
Just
we're
watch
allowed to
the
do
movie.
a short one. Our verdicts will take another 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Whatever, man.
it's been a. I'm busy. I got shit to do. I got to go home and shower and go to bed
Yeah.
to drive to work in the morning.
Yeah, there's not that much more to say about it though. Like we talked about him fucking breaking and entering in Robert Loggia's mansion,
Right,
by driving his truck through the gate.
He goes to jail.
Yeah.
And
It is really, really funny when he goes to jail and he has the scene with the kid, and it is played and written like a breakup scene in a romance movie, but it is his son breaking up with him. That is so funny to me. Where the kid is like, I just don't know if I can trust you. Like, I don't know if I believe that you can commit in the way that I need you to. So like, I just need some space right now. And I'm like, this is wild, because this feels like a scene in a rom-com where like the girl is like, hey, you've messed up one too many times. I'm going to need to like,
Right.
go back with my ex for a little bit and like feel stable or whatever. And it's like, but it's so funny that it's like his kid being like, I don't know if I can trust you that much, Dad.
Well, and then the kid finds the letters that his grandfather was hiding
Right.
that were sent by Lincoln.
Yeah.
And he's reading them like a girl in a rom-com would read the letters that her boyfriend sent.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
happy
Oh, you wrote
music
me every
over
day.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is wild that this movie does structure a father-son relationship as if it is a romance. But like not in like a gross or weird way, just kind of in like a funny, like they adopted the formula of a romantic
Right,
drama and
it's
just
a- yeah.
and just like copy pasted it onto a different type of relationship.
The film does not understand how human emotions work,
Right.
so it
Yeah.
just tries to approximate them.
Yeah. David is Over the Top from 1987, the greatest movie ever made.
Ah, this is a toughie, man.
Yeah.
This is a genuine toughie.
Because this movie sucks, but it also rules.
This movie sucks. I also love it. Although last night I did have to pause the movie to like take a break from it and go take a shower. So I wasn't maybe the most engaged that I've ever been with it. I mean, this thing really hits you on a first viewing. Like that first viewing, I'm never going to get back there.
Yeah.
But this movie's just bonkers, batshit insane at points. It could stand to be crazier.
Yeah.
But it is pretty fucking crazy. Like this is there are like I said, there are many movies. There is one over the top.
Yeah.
And there are movies like this that you can very easily tell that it's trying to rip off, but the specific combination of elements in this movie are it's a very unique experience.
Yeah, it's like a rare mix for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I really want to say yes, but I think I have to say no.
Yeah.
I think like as it is almost it is a so bad it's good movie.
This kid performance is definitely so bad it's good.
It is not a knockout so bad it's good.
No.
Like it has pretty big flaws that do make it difficult to watch at points.
Yeah.
The tonal shifts are jarring and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. It's pretty fucking entertaining, but I don't know that it ever like. It doesn't go into the pantheon of like a Ninja 3 or The Room or a Texas Chainsaw 2. You know, keeping it in the Canon Films oeuvre.
Yeah.
But there are maybe few movies from Canon that I think represent their particular brand so well that are that are also entertaining. Because there are plenty that, that's a Canon movie, but it's not good, and it's also not very fun to watch for the most part. This one's pretty fucking fun.
It is fun to watch.
It's like if I had to put a number on it, this is like a gentleman's 6 that's almost a 7.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But that gentleman happens to be a deadbeat dad, trucker, arm wrestling fucking loser played by Sylvester Stallone.
Yes, who abandoned his child for over a decade for a good reason, ?
The movie fails to ever address. Yeah. No, Over the Top is not the greatest movie ever made, according to our definition, but I don't know, maybe it is in my heart just a little bit. It's a tough one.
People should watch this one regardless of what we say.
Yeah. Justus is Over the Top the greatest movie ever made?
David! I'm in agreement with you. This movie's fucking crazy.
This movie's crazy, man.
I think this movie is simultaneously bad and awesome. It is incredibly poorly written. And also, it is like so extra. Like we have way more vehicle stunts in this movie than we need to have. We have a bunch of like sweaty, crazy, strongman looking dudes screaming their heads off and like bugging their eyes out. And it's awesome. We have like a fucking like 80s, power rock soundtrack of like a bunch of original songs. There's like more than one original song.
Yeah, the whole soundtrack is Giorgio Moroder and getting different artists to play it.
It fucking rules. They don't make movies this bad like this anymore.
Right, this one
which is really the thing.
This one really falls with style.
Yeah. And it's just like so crazy to like see so many locations and so many like set pieces in a movie that is this poorly conceived and constructed on like a base like screenwriting level. Yeah, man, they used to just let guys who were like full of cocaine just like make movies. I don't think it's the greatest movie ever made, but I think it's really worth watching. I'm going to give this one a no as well. But like it's awesome. And I did want to, in my verdict, just also, I watched this movie. So this movie is available lots of places. It's available on Pluto TV, on Tubi. It is also available for free on YouTube, which is where I watched it. And I had the delight of scrolling through the YouTube comments.
Oh, great.
On Over the Top. So I just wanted to include some of these in my verdict. Because I found some real gems. I did a curated selection of YouTube comments on Over the Top. It is excellent to watch Sylvester Stallone's movie Over the Top. It is the long-missing great audience experience of 1987 USA Hollywood production.
Oh, it's those kind of YouTube comments.
In recent 2024. Thank you so much, YouTube. Provide free with ads movie to let me easier to pick up the greatest audience experience again. Here's another one. Oh, by the way, that one was in all caps. I figured you could tell by my delivery, but that review was in all caps. This is a very underrated movie. The arm wrestling thing is niche, but the underlying principles in the movie are far better than anything Disney produces today. Two guesses about how that guy voted in the last election.
Oh, man.
Here's another one. One of the kind, one of the best movie with greatest actor of all time. What a pure relationship between father and son and courage of mother.
Oh man, I thought it was gonna be like the ironic comments, but no, it's the
No, I picked the guys.
Very serious.
I picked the guys who really like this movie. Honestly, most of the comment section is guys who really like this movie.
Oh man, I just pulled up. My dad drove 18s for well over 40 years. It was his passion. This movie reminds me so much of him.
Yeah.
Wait, miss you, Dad. He passed in January.
Here's another really.
I cannot fathom the type of person.
Yeah.
Who throws on over the top and
is like, oh, I miss my dad.
Miss my dad.
Wait, here's another one of those, and I think this is the best one. My so much for nothing father never showed up to my graduation, nor for the rest of my life. I haven't had a son yet. I am 38 now. I hope that one day I can be a father, and I will love my son more than my life.
The world meets no one halfway. If you want something, you gotta take it. Chills. Okay.
Here's this is actually my favorite, and this is my last one. This is the best one I found. I've always been good at arm wrestling, unbeat, and at drinking. But sober now, hope forever.
Aw. I hope forever for that guy, too.
I hope he's sober forever, too.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe that's a good choice for him.
There's a couple Letterboxd reviews
Yeah.
for Electric Boogaloo, which is the documentary about Cannon films.
Yeah.
Not Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. There's another movie.
I
was going to rewatch. I thought about rewatching it for this, but I don't remember them talking about Over the Top that much.
Yeah.
But according to this one, one of the reviews is, "You have been chosen, citizen, to receive knowledge pertaining to the Sylvester Stallone 1987 vehicle Over the Top. What you do with this information is up to you. Godspeed." And then the other one is, "I pray to Canon every day due to the fact that they made Over the Top." And same.
Yeah.
I feel that way too. That's a really good documentary. If anyone's interested in the history of Canon films,
I gotta
check it out.
Yeah, not the greatest movie ever made, but I had a real ball with it. And I would say, if you have not seen Over the Top, watch Over the Top.
Yeah. What do we
This
have?
is one of those movies that I feel like everybody should see.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Show it to every person. We would have world peace if everyone in the world watched this film.
Yeah.
Speaking of having a ball, what are we having a ball with next week?
David, it is so funny that you mentioned the judge multiple times on this episode, because I was like, I've been having a hankering for something befuddlingly bad, like just befuddlingly miscalculated.
Okay.
And I think maybe Over the Top is not quite that, because Over the Top is like, this is like a cheesy 80s movie, but it's like not quite the confused, totally inept tonal mishap that the judge was. And I was looking for something in that realm, because I was like, I've been watching a lot of good movies lately. I watched My Neighbor Totoro when it came back to cinemas this week. I watched, you and I went and saw Mad Max Fury Road on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it was Texas Chainsaw Day. So I've been watching a lot of movies I loved. I was like, let's get some let's get a real piece of work in here. And I was not really aware that Over the Top was going to be a piece of work, so I wasn't aware that I was programming two of these back to back, because I had never seen this movie before. But we're here now.
Okay.
I already made the decision, and we're going to be watching Colin Trevorrow's Passion Project from 2017.
No.
The Book of Henry.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck.
I already picked it.
Oh,
it's
man.
too late.
Oh, man. Again,
have you seen The Book of Henry?
No, I haven't. I
Neither
know
have I.
I know too much about it.
I know a little about it.
I've seen a couple videos breaking it down.
Okay.
God, I just the bad movie samurai in me once again must just respectfully bow to you. Fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been interested in this one because I don't know that much about it. I know that it shocked people whose opinions I respect greatly when it came out. Like there are multiple film critics whose opinions I hold in high regard who saw this movie and were like, what the fuck?
I think it took a while to come out too.
Yeah.
Like, it had a long development, and then it was just like...
Yeah, I think the script was in process for like at least like 12 years, maybe
Yeah.
more.
Oh no, Naomi Watts is in it.
Yes.
Oh, we're
Yes.
gonna have to maybe say unkind things about Naomi Watts
Yeah,
next week.
I hope not. If I know Naomi Watts, I feel like she is doing her best in this
Sure.
movie.
I would hope so.
But yeah, I was just like, movies like The Judge and The Book of Henry is what came to mind.
Okay. Join us next week for that.
It's funny that this podcast is temporarily turning into a bad movie podcast for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Fuck. Leave us a review. Follow us at on Instagram. I'm not, what is it?
Yeah.
TGMEM underscore
yeah,
podcast. TGMEM underscore podcast.
Yes.
Send us an email at thegreatestmoviepodcast@gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
I am sleep deprived because
Yes.
I've been overworking myself the last few weeks.
I never asked you how you are.
We didn't do that. I'm okay though. I'm okay this week.
Okay.
My meter recommendation.
Uh-huh.
I meant to do this last week on THX,
Yeah.
but I didn't, and the episode was
Episode
deleted
should come
anyway.
out anyway, yeah.
And this is a trucker movie.
Uh-huh.
Watch the last 10. Go on YouTube and type in "Smokey and the Bandit 2, Cops versus Truckers," and just watch that scene. You'll watch about 100 cops get mercilessly slaughtered and imprisoned in the metal coffins of their vehicles by a bunch of truckers.
Hell yeah.
It's like they play it for comedy, like the cop car hits the snowplow and it splits in two, and the cop's still driving the other half. But make no mistake, these people are dead.
Yeah.
The movie's not very good, but that scene fucking rocks.
Nice.
See you next week for Book of Henry, I guess. And as always,
Later, dipshits. We hope you enjoyed this episode of The Greatest Movie Ever Made. Please remember to leave us a rating and a review, and to subscribe to the show wherever you listen. We appreciate you supporting the show and spreading the word. Tell your friends to listen, tell your enemies to listen, tell your mom to listen. If your neighbor has an unsecured Bluetooth speaker, connect to it and play an episode. You can follow us on social media at TGMEM_podcast. And if you've got a movie that you want us to talk about, send us an email at thegreatestmoviepodcast@gmail.com.